Let's be real. Like a lot of women think that their sexual experience is all that, and it's not. Some of us don't have $6,000 pussy because you don't know how to offer that $6,000 experience.
But some of us
got $40.
But some of us
got 300.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, let's be real about this. Like, I mean, and I'm all for women like feeling great about themselves and like having great self-esteem. But I'm sorry, your fuck game is whack. So, like, let's be realistic about what you can get.
I'm an actress, so I can act like anything.
And you may actually be able to do it.
But you know what you can't act though?
But
you
you
gonna
know
act
what?
your way
When
into
you-
$6,000?
That's what. No,
You
I'm
can't
telling
act-
you.
You can't act the wetness of your box.
Lube.
That comes
I tell you that.
pretty naturally though.
Oh,
But you got to be turned on.
Okay.
You might just be like, yo, I got to get this money, this rent. Oh my God, it might not work.
You get drunk before the sex, all types of shit.
Exactly. I
Just
already know
coke,
what to drink.
all kind of stuff.
I already know where to tell you to put your
Like-
mouth on. Listen, it'll get there.
They don't kiss. Nah, you're not supposed to really be
Well.
kissing. Some dudes might do that
No,
though.
I didn't say kiss. I said I'm gonna tell you where to put your mouth. That's what I said.
Oh, so you're gonna let's say I'm not Rico. I'm just
Simon.
I'm not even Simon. I'm like Paul.
Paul.
I'm Paul. No offense to Pauls.
Delroy. You're
Yeah.
Delroy.
I'm Paul. And I'm not a young Paul. I'm an old Paul.
Not an old Paul.
With like the long straight chest hair. Like the long straight ones.
He ain't trying to do no work. Zero work.
And then like Paul got the Shrek stomach. You know what I'm saying? The little pot belly, right? And I'm like, yo, your rent is 2 months behind. I covered 2 months. That's $4,000. And I'm being generous.
Sounds like it.
Yes or no?
What was the question?
I mean, what's the
Are you
question?
Are
doing
you
it?
down? Like, what?
Like, are you doing it? Like,
I'm so distracted by the
By the
big
Paul.
belly.
it's Paul. Paul wants to pay $4,000 so you don't get kicked out your crib.
For 15 minutes? Are y'all serious? What are y'all thinking about? Like,
Yo, cause y'all not being realistic.
It's
Well,
not
why'd
that.
you
It's
have to
not
go
that
say
I'm
he
not
had a
being.
Just say yes if it's a
realistic.
yes. If it's a no, say no. That's all.
It's not that I'm not being realistic. I'm pausing because I'm trying to put myself in that predicament.
Uh-huh.
Cause like I ain't in that predicament. But it's Paul ugly.
yeah.
I said
That's-
He looks
Paul.
like
That's why I
Shrek.
He look
Not
like
even
Shrek.
if he's ugly, I just keep thinking about the belly. Like,
He looks like Shrek. Yeah.
like
And
he
what's
has
the
a
what's the
belly.
alternative? I mean, if I get kicked out, can I go home? Like I mean, like where can
No,
I?
you have no home.
I don't have no
Your
home.
parents don't even live in this country.
I can't go stay with my
what
friend.
rent are we
Nope.
paying if I got no home?
No, if
A
she's
shelter?
saying if she gets kicked out of her home.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
Y'all
honest.
dragging it.
I think about all the bills that we got in my house. Shit.
I don't know about
I like
that.
my lifestyle.
like,
Yeah, like I'm gonna call a couple people for.
If a man is in that same predicament, he can't go sell his dick for nothing.
it's hard.
$20.
Unless you and if
20.
don't let him be old.
He
Don't
said
let
don't
him be
let him be
old.
old.
He only
Or Shrek.
or Shrek. He got to be young for a dude to sell his box. For a dude to sell his dick, he got to be young. He got to be at least
Fit.
semi in shape, and he got to have some type of decency to his actual physical features.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl. I done seen podcasts.
did.
I done saw a
Oh.
podcast talk about having sex with crackheads.
Like if I love somebody, like you are mine. I don't want nobody touching you. I'm one of them kind of people. But at the same time, if we down bad, babe, like go get this money and let's get to it.
Thank you.
Have y'all seen the show on Netflix? What if?
What is it about?
What if?
Oh,
can already
it's
tell I'm
a
not gonna like
great,
this.
It's a
Wait,
great
yeah,
show.
what's the premise? I might.
Basically, there's this woman who is like a scientist of some sort. She's trying to figure out this cure for some type of cancer who I think her brother or someone died from.
Mhm.
And her man was a former MLB baseball player. And she kept getting denied by all of these different investing groups. So now they had ran through all of his money, and now they have no more money. And this woman comes about and she says, I will go and fund you, and not only
I
fund
think
you.
you talked about this before.
Probably it was like a great show. I will fund you some crazy amount of money, and not only that, I will push it. And she was like a big, like corporate conglomerate CEO, and she said, "No, I'm not okay with it." But then he was like, "Let's just do it. I'll do it for you." Blah 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 blah. So he does it, and then it's just a whole string of events that happen after that, because like she had a lot of guilt and resentment and so much that had came from knowing the fact that she basically let her husband go out to get money for this, and it like sat in the back of her and ate her from the inside out. It's a great show.
She wasn't no ride or die then. I mean,
No, he was the ride or die.
Right.
He was the ride or die. But the thing is, like, you got to think about it. You got to look your partner in the eye every single day and be like, I let you sell yourself for us.
I just
That's
don't think
real.
it's worth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think it's worth.
That's real.
And it wasn't like he came back normal. He was kind of like fucked up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't judging nobody that had to do that, but like, my man ain't doing that shit, man.
Yeah, let's be real. This goes on like so much more than any of us are willing to admit.
I'm admitting it though.
Mm.
Like I think that a lot of people are paying for it, and a lot of people aren't talking about the fact that people are paying for it.
Yep.
And I also think that when it comes down to being in a situation where it's like, yo, I got to make a decision.
Right.
Either we ain't gonna have no food, we ain't gonna have nowhere to stay,
Mhm.
or why do you think there are so many like babies' mothers
Mhm.
still dealing with the daddy that they don't want to deal with no more? Thank you.
Exactly. And you know what's
Thank
crazy?
you. Because he pays the bills.
Which is still money.
Thank you.
Transaction. And the craziest thing is, as of right now, one of the stats that we had pulled up was there is about 40 to 45 range. Then this is an estimate.
Of what?
Prostitutes worldwide. There's about 2 million at least in every country, they're saying, or around 2 million in every country.
Brandon says, for sex, I will pay the woman's entire monthly bills.
You see?
There we go.
And you know how many girls? Look, let's be realistic. 85% of this world makes $44,000 a year. So if a dude says, I'm going to give you $5,000.
Not the world, the United States.
I mean, United States. 85% of United States makes $44,000 a year. So if the dude comes up to you and say, yo, look, you make 40, he's not going to say that, but I give you 5,000. The first thing you're going to say is, I don't even make 5,000 in a month. I make 2,600 after taxes.
Well, you got to get specific also, because sex work, okay, that's transactional, right? But there are a lot of people that are in situations where their man pays their bills, pays their rent, takes care of them completely. That's not
But
sex.
she's
but
That's
that's-
their
miserable.
man.
That's-
Well, I think that's their man.
What's the difference between that and like having a sugar daddy?
One
not
is not
the-
your man.
It's no
I mean, it
different.
kinda
if you-
Sugar daddy is
is.
kind of transactional.
Well,
I
okay,
mean, without
let's
it
put
being
like this.
said.
Let's add it because you're adding context. So let's add another context. It
Okay.
becomes transactional when you're there because he pays the bills. You're there because he provides this lifestyle. Now you are a sex worker. If you're miserable within your relationship and or marriage, but you're really there for the monetary experiences that he's able to afford, you are technically selling sex.
Damn.
You're
Okay.
selling sex because
That's
what
what
okay.
else?
for some feathers.
All right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Honestly,
saying?
you really got to think about it that way, because just like if you all like, oh well, my man does this and my man pays the bills and my man gets me this and so I'm gonna stick beside him. And you gonna keep giving pussy? What you doing?
Because you don't like him. He gets on your nerves. You're not physically attracted to him because he looks like Shrek. Like,
That's also transactional. You guys gotta.